What would you like to talk about?
What would I like to talk about? I'd like to talk about the educational system in this country, and I'm going to try to get involved very definitely with it in New York City. Um, in redesigning curriculum so that children have this chance to develop their creative side of the brain, so to speak. And that's very important to me. I find that it's in art, also in painting. There's a there's a wonderful energy that's created there too. People have to begin to realize, and that's what I'd like to help them do, that they're just not a physical body, which is worth, I think I checked it out, $37.50. If you analyze your bones and your chemicals in your body, that's about what they're worth. That we are much, much more than that, and that we have a purpose. All of us have a very sacred purpose, and we have to come to grips with that and realize it so that our lives can be elevated and made more ecstatic, or whatever you want to call it, beautiful, happy. And then we don't sweat the small stuff. You know, that book that was written, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, because you don't have to. You can transcend out of yourself and begin to create a whole new universe for yourself that's very interesting and exciting and very understandable. So that's what I would like to contribute to that, and hope that, that the time that I have left on this planet, I will be able to do some of that.
Joy Herald, the 3 or 4 times, and I know it was at least three, but maybe more often you were on the program when I was on WMCA. Whenever we would meet, it was either Morris Jamel, or there was a spirit convention, there was a spiritual convention, or we did a thing at the El Morocco, which I got. They had not reopened the original El Morocco in New York City, but they did a like.
That's right.
And you were doing readings at the El Morocco,
yes.
At the like El Morocco, and there was a lady there.
The Imitation El Morocco.
The Imitation, and I put it on the air on WMCA, and we had talked about the possibility that the El Morocco would have advertised, run commercials on my program, but when the lady I sent her the program, somehow she heard it. She got very upset that I said like the El Morocco. It was not the El Morocco. It looked like it.
That's right.
But it was not the El Morocco. It was a revived.
Yes.
It was a sequel.
Right.
To the El Morocco. So we never really got to speak like this, and this has been great. And I've got to tell you, I kind of thought you said, well, let's not talk about this. When I first contacted you just recently, you had told me you had an accident, and you broke a hip?
I fractured my right hip, yeah.
And you were laying there at your house, I guess, right here.
Oh, yes, that's
You're right here.
That's
You're
right.
laying right here.
Right here.
And of all things, a jogger came.
7:30 in the morning.
7:30 in the morning. And of all things, a jogger came past, and the jogger was a physical therapist.
Now that means I've got a damn good team working for me out
Physical
there
therapist showed
in the spirit world.
Right, and then we were dealing on email. That cyber spirit out there, the great cyber spirit. And I wonder how the spirits feel about the cyber now. What's going on out there? Well, how do you think the spirits are feeling about people?
I think they're working overtime right now. I'll tell you, I really do.
The thoughts are so fast and furious now. They got to be.
And the energy is like everything's so quick.
Everything's so quick. Thank you, Al Gore. The energy is so quick with the super dot highway, and
exactly.
And you hadn't gotten back to me. And I did want to do psychic, and I did want to do New York, and you were the one I wanted. I didn't hear back from you. I said, well, perhaps she's not under the weather and she's not getting back to me. So I contacted, and I won't go to some guy I found online. I said, well, I'm going to call this guy and get email. And I hadn't heard from you in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I was frantic. I set the dates and all. And I sent an email to this guy, and as I'm doing the email, sending it, something comes into the inbox, but I wanted to get the email sent out. I wanted to get this thing on the way. And once I sent it out, I went to the inbox, and it was from you.
Somebody had to hit a home run.
And
here,
it
right?
happened a second time too, and I was in touch with this guy at eBay. He wanted to know how much is he going to make, and if I'm going to sell it, what's going on. He went, what's the deal? And I want a contract, and what's going on. And just around the middle of the conversation, I get another email from you. It came through. The email comes through. And then
really
the
funny.
last email,
I have no idea.
yeah, the last email I got, was last time we emailed, I was confirming, I sent you the bus schedule. I took New Jersey. I was sending you the bus. I went through all this thing. And then you emailed me back. And you
how much I hate computers.
Yeah,
No,
but you didn't get but you emailed me back, and I tell you exactly what time and what day you emailed me back. You emailed me back on April 12th. Now, we're taping today on April 18th, so this happened last Tuesday,
let's see.
April 12th it was. I was supposed to see this guy in here. The guy I was supposed to see was Ian Lloyd. Yeah, it was the April.
Sunday or something.
It was, I don't know if it was the weekend, but it was April the 12th, and I was in the city. I was in New York City at a place called the Music Building, and Ian Lloyd was my guest. Brother Louis Stories, a true rock star, this guy, and dropped the F-bomb for the first time ever in 5 decades of doing radio. He actually dropped the F-bomb. And John, if you're out there, and we'll talk on email, John Mayfield, I'll give you the exact moment it comes on. So if you choose to cut it out, you can get rid of that. So I think it was at 16 minutes and 32 seconds, whatever the case was, it happened. But when I got home and I went on and I met him at the Music Building, and I was listening to his son's band at 8:30. At 8:30, 8:35, I was listening to rock and roll. And when I got...
And then I said
rock on. Let's rock. You said, let's rock. And the email came in at exactly the time I was rocking in New York City. And it said, and it was such a strange, I don't even know that it's an expression that you would use on a regular basis.
I don't usually ever use that expression.
Let's
either.
rock. It sounded so Woodstocky,
I know. That isn't me, really.
I said, let Joy Herald using the term. I thought it was
somebody gave me that. They actually came into my head.
Yeah, do you remember the email, Let's Rock?
Yeah, I remember.
Let's Rock. And exactly.
And I didn't even know why I was putting it down there.
On April 12th at 8:30, you were composing Let's Rock, and that's exactly what I was doing. And I said to myself, I got the right psychic. That's it. So I forgot everything else. I said, well, I'm just going to pack my little MP3 player on April 18th and head out to see Joy. So everything was right. Everything was right on this. Give the website and the book title and everything else, and then we're going to, I guess we're going to shut down. But give all the contact information, then we'll go.
Oh, all right. Well, now anybody that wants to write to me with their experiences or some unusual thing that's happening with them can write to me, Joy Herald, at P.O. Box 171, Franklin Lakes, that's 2 words, Franklin Lakes, New Jersey, 07417. Or you can call us at 201-652-1177. Please leave a message if the line isn't available. I'll definitely get back to you.
Okay, folks, get a pen and paper and all that. And you're out there. Everybody going for the pens and paper right now. Okay, so now we're about to give it again. So and then if you have a website as well. So let's do the address. Franklin Lakes, you said.
So what you want to do is you can write to Joy Herald, P.O. Box 171, Franklin Lakes, New Jersey, 07417. Or you can call me at 201-652-1177. I also you can write to me email at Joy Herald, all one word, lowercase, big 07, that's 007, at AOL.com.
And those and your mom's book again?
Is Hailstones and Halibut Bones by Mary O'Neill, and the publisher is Doubleday. And I suggest that's a book you really would like to read, because it is kind of very psychic too. And let me see, it's on eBay, it's also on Amazon, or you can go into a regular bookstore and pick it up. Okay,
and one more time, because the phone number is always the way to go, 201?
201-652-1177.
Joy, this has been a joy. Has anybody ever said joy? Working with you is a joy?
Yeah, well, occasionally. Sometimes not, but occasionally. Okay. Either yoy or joy.
Yoy?
Oy
vey. Oy.
Right.
Well, we're about to shut down, and lunch is on you out here today. And
Yes.
what's you've got the pen in the
Oh, here
Chinese
we go.
restaurant. You want me to
Here we
pick
go.
out? What are you having?
You guys are going to be really jealous. We're going to order juicy, fattening things from Wa Sing Tu. Okay, here we go.
What are you having? What's your plan?
I got to get my glasses on and look at this thing. I need a magnifying glass.
Can you kind of
to
call
see
ahead,
it.
cycling?
Well, yeah, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. Well, Herb, I'm going to ask you to circle things you like.
Oh, I don't know.
so-
Would you circle and then I'll?
No, because I don't know. You might not like what I like.
No, I'm gonna like what you like.
Yeah, you think
Yeah.
so?
So
Okay.
what are we having?
So here we go. All right, they've got spring. What is this? I can't even read this. Spring. Oh my gosh. Well, they've got fantail shrimp, barbecue spare ribs, boneless spare ribs, seaweed salad. But up here, it's what? Roast pork, egg roll.
Is that what we're
I
having?
wanted to get an egg roll,
Okay.
a spring roll too, which is nice.
Are we having wonton?
Well, why don't we get the spring? Yes. Well,
Okay.
where's wonton? I don't know. Where is that? That's the soup, right? Here's wonton. Okay.
So
we'll
that's
get
what we're
that.
having, folks. We're gonna have
And,
a.
what about dumplings? Do you like
Ooh,
the
I love
dumplings?
dumplings. Yeah.
Now here's fried or steamed vegetable dumplings. That's good. We'll have to get some of those.
Okay, folks. So that's what we're doing. We're ordering.
Eat your heart out.
Eat your- Joy, I thank you very much. It's great seeing you again. And you're getting around. You're walking around without the cane. And the cane goes with the sweater, your
Oh,
outfit.
well, thank you very much. I just want to say one last thing to the listening audience here, or the viewing audience, whatever.
Listening. Yeah.
Listening, is if you have any artistic inclinations, please try to develop them. Like take some painting classes, take a pottery class, take a writing class. You'll just be amazed at how that will, even a voice lessons are good because it opens up the throat chakra. These are things that will get you in touch with your psychic abilities and your spirit self. Okay, that's it.
Well, and your eyeglasses
Now I'm
go
gonna eat.
perfectly with your cane.
Oh, well, they have to because they get mad at each other if they don't
Oh,
match. And
okay.
They tell
It's
me.
purple,
They
sort of
tell
a
me we
purple.
don't like what you have on today.
It's a purple. You're
It's a
in
purple
today.
day. Well, today's a lavender day, by the way.
Why is that?
Well, it's all astrological. It's lavender for everybody, but you'd have to get a little book on colors. And then you can call me and I will set you up with your colors for a price, that is.
And today is for green.
Green? For me, it's lavender. I don't know. It's lavender for everybody today. But
Okay,
you probably won't be hearing this today, though.
No, but today is
So
April
they'll have to
18th.
call back and make an appointment to get the colors. I can give them colors for the whole year, every day of the year. The
Colors.
color they should be wearing. And that color vibrates a certain energy to help them on that specific day.
Do you have different color canes?
No,
Or
just
just
one.
the lavender?
No, just the lavender for now.
Well, okay, so so April 19th, 2011, folks. This was a lavender day here. Anywhere in the world? Or
Yes, this would apply to everybody everywhere.
okay.
What's
so
the date today? The 18th,
The
isn't
18th.
it? Yeah, so I don't know if you're going to be,
You won't be hearing it
listening
today.
to this
Right.
on the 18th.
But next April 18th, you'll know that's lavender day.
But, yeah, that's right.
Okay. What's tomorrow? The
Well,
19th?
I don't have my book
You
with
don't
me,
have the book.
so I can't, you want me to get it?
No, that's okay. That's okay.
But it'd be better if you just call, make an appointment with me, and then I can give you
The colors.
set you up for the year.
Okay, great. Okay, and the phone number again?
201-652-1177.
Joy Herald, it's been a joy. Thank you.
I knew you'd have the last word.
There you go. I'll give it to
Okay,
you. That'll
now.
be fine. You've been listening to Visions, a series of visits to almost everywhere. This is part of New York City Visions, but we're not in New York City right now. We're in Ridgewood, New Jersey. I thank you. I thank you very much for listening. And I'm going to give. I think what I'm going to do is did I say I'm a host and fellow traveler, Herb Malzman? Yes, I did. I'm going to give Joy Herald the last word. Joy.
The last word is, oh my goodness, I'm lost for words. Stay open. Keep your mind open to new things and consider them. Doesn't mean you have to do them, but try to consider them. So be a thinking being. It's a lot of fun. God bless you all. It's created there too. People have to begin to realize, and that's what I'd like to help them do, that they're just not a physical body, which is worth, I think I checked it out, $37.50. if you analyze your bones and your chemicals in your body, that's about what they're worth. That we are much, much more than that, and that we have a purpose. All of us have a very sacred purpose, and we have to come to grips with that and realize it so that our lives can be.
What would you like to talk about?
What would I like to talk about? I'd like to talk about the educational system in this country, and I'm going to try to get involved very definitely with it in New York City, in redesigning curriculum so that children have this chance to develop their creative side of the brain, so to speak. And that's very important to me. I find that it's in art, also in painting. There's a wonderful energy that
Regional El Morocco in New York City, but they did a like. You know,
right, that's right.
And you were doing readings at the El Morocco,
Yes.
At the like El Morocco, and there was a lady there.
The Imitation El Morocco.
The Imitation, and I put it on the air on WMCA, and we had talked about the possibility that the El Morocco would have advertised, run commercials on my program. But when the lady I sent her the program, somehow she heard it. She got very upset that I
hope that that the time that I have left on this planet, I will be able to do some of that.
Joy Herald, the 3 or 4 times, and I know it was at least 3, but maybe more often you were on the program when I was on WMCA. Whenever we would meet, it was either Morris Jamel or there was a spirit convention, there was a spiritual convention, or we did a thing at the El Morocco, which I got. They had not reopened the
elevated and made more ecstatic, or whatever you want to call it, beautiful, happy. And then we don't sweat the small stuff. That book that was written, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, because you don't have to. You can transcend out of yourself and begin to create a whole new universe for yourself. That's very interesting and exciting and very understandable. So that's what I would like to contribute to that. And